hello. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Q&A session and webinar. We are going to get started here in just a few minutes. So we're just asking everybody to sit tight real quick. We'll go ahead and get everybody a notice whenever we're about to start. Give us 1 or 2 more minutes, and we'll have everything up and running. Thanks. Hello, everybody. My name is Waylon Hastings. I am a graduate intern here in the Office of the First Year Experience at Lehigh University. I've had the pleasure of organizing this webinar, so I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch. As you sit through here, we're supposed to be here for about 30 minutes. We're going to try to answer, hopefully, people's questions about what to expect from move-in, what to expect from orientation, and give an initial introduction into residence life. So without further ado, I'd like to go over tonight's outline. We're hoping to cover pre-luge and move-in, which is our before orientation programs, move-in day, which is Thursday, August 21st, our orientation highlights, an overview of residence life, and then hopefully at the end we'll be able to answer a couple questions that we get from you as the viewers.
Hi, my name is Kate Oliver. I'm the graduate assistant in the Office of the First Year Experience. I also did my undergrad here at Lehigh and was an orientation leader for 2 years, so I have a little idea of what's going on in the office. So what I want to talk to you about briefly is move-in and check-in during orientation, which will be Thursday, August 21st. Check-in will be at Mountaintop Campus at Iacocca Hall from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. We ask that you go directly to Mountaintop Campus and not to Asa Packer Campus first because of orientation we will have some roads closed, so we don't want you to get lost along the way up. Check-in should be pretty quick and simple. The parents and families will have their own table they can go to get that information, and then the students will go inside Iacocca Hall and get a packet of information they need, which will include their orientation schedule, which they should keep with them at all times, their fall course schedule so they can finally see what their classes look like. If they have any issues with that, they will have an opportunity to meet with someone on Friday during orientation to make any adjustments to the schedule they may need, so don't worry about that. And also during check-in, you will get a parking pass and directions to your residence hall, and those will be color-coded so you can follow the colored arrows to your appropriate residence hall. And once you get there, you will park outside. Volunteers will come help you move in, and then you'll be directed to another location to park your car. Just a special note for the pre-lusion participants, you will be moving in Monday morning, still at Mountaintop Campus at Iacocca Hall, except it will be from 8 a.m. till 10:30 a.m.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna DeGento. I'm a rising junior at Lehigh and I'll be the head griffin of Lower Centennials. So I'm here to answer any res life related questions that you have and to kind of provide some perspective about what move-in day looks like. Okay, so after going to Iacocca and getting your schedules, you will drive back down the hill to the main Asa Packer campus. Once you get to your residence hall, you'll get your room key and your ID card. Make sure you bring a photo identification of yourself so you can get your keys. Any license or passport will do just fine. Our move-in volunteers will unload your belongings from your car and take them up to your room for you. Please put the parking pass that you get up at Iacocca in the window of your car and ensure that someone is with your vehicle at all times. And also make sure that all of your belongings are clearly labeled with your name, your hall, and your room number so the move volunteers know exactly where to take your boxes. After the movers are finished unloading your car, please move your car to the parking garage as soon as possible to allow space for other students to move in. And shuttles will be available to take you to and from your car to your residence hall.
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah Ratoon. I am a fifth-year grad student. I am an orientation assistant this year, and I'm also the grad assistant in admissions. So I'm going to talk to you about orientation today. All right, so the purpose of orientation is really to assist in your transition to academic and student life here at Lehigh. And our program really focuses on 5 foundations: creative curiosity, identity development, collaborative connections, inclusive leadership, and professional growth and success. So your guides through orientation are called orientation leaders, who will really be leading a group of 20 or about 23 first-year students. We have 66 OLs this year who volunteer their time to help with this transition. You'll be staying with the same group of students throughout orientation and the evolution seminar, which we'll talk about later in the presentation. Orientation is really a great way to bond with other new students, other first-year students, and current students as well. And we'll be covering a lot of information that will be really helpful to your transition and becoming a part of the Lehigh community. And orientation is mandatory, so you'll get all of that information as well. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Kyle Lum. I'm a rising senior, and I'm also an orientation coordinator, and I'm going to start going through what orientation will be about. So on Thursday, after you guys move in, you'll have the opportunity to go to the I Forgot shop, which so they'll be selling all the things that once you finish unpacking, you realize you forgot to bring, so extension cords, and that'll be located in the bookstore. After that, you'll be able to go to the welcome lunch, where we'll have hamburgers, hot dogs, and a ton of free food for you and your families to eat and get to hang out. After that finishes, family members of students will be able to attend parent and family sessions that will address many things related to first year move-in and transitioning from high school to college. Once that's over, we'll have the orientation kickoff, where you'll be able to meet the rest of the orientation staff. You'll find out who your orientation leader is, and you'll have your first group meeting. So you'll meet the members of your orientation group and start things going from there. After that gets out, you'll be able to meet with your residence hall, and that's where you'll see all the people on your floor, and that meeting will be run by your Griffin, which is Lehigh's word for RAs. And then after that, you'll be able to go to the UC Carnival, where we'll have more food, and there'll be a lot of games and activities, and there will be a DJ with live music.
Hi guys, my name is Marissa Rosenzweig. I'm also an orientation coordinator this year and a rising senior. And I'm going to talk to you guys about family orientation. So students aren't the only ones who are going through an intense transition. We understand that it can be a bit tough for families as well. So we offer a parent and family program. At 1:30 p.m. when students are meeting with their hallmates, parent sessions are offered. And they'll start with the welcome, and then they'll have 3 sets of breakout sessions where families can choose from a vast array of sessions that could be of interest to them. If your student is involved in a pre-illusion program, or if your student's an athlete or an international student, and they'll therefore be moving in on Monday, we actually have an identical schedule to the one that we've just gone over, and it's the same except that there's no I Forgot shop on Monday.
Hey y'all, I'm John Schultz. I'm a rising senior here at Lehigh. I study chemical engineering. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Friday of orientation. So got a lot planned, a lot to do on Friday. We'll start out with evolving roles. So that's going to focus on the transition from high school to college. Following that, we have our college convocations, which is your first chance to go over your schedule with an advisor in your college. Following that, we have the work-study job fair, which if you have a work-study allowance as part of your financial aid package, you can look for a job that you'd be interested in doing on campus. After that, the Lehigh Symposium. So that is an opportunity for a first-year student to interact with professors and other students in basically like a seminar, and that will count for a first-year student's evolution requirement, one of them. After that, we got a lot going on here today. So we have the campus resources. So basically, that's an opportunity for students to explore resources on campus based on the 5 foundations that were discussed earlier. Faux Friday is later. And basically, to give you some background, Bethlehem has a tradition called First Friday. So every first Friday of the month, a lot of restaurants and businesses in the area open their doors and offer a lot of deals and free things sometimes. So Faux Friday is just because you won't be here on the first Friday of the month, but the same thing's going to happen that Friday. After that, there's 2 different things you can do. One of them is Color Quest. Basically, if you've ever done a color run, I'm not even going to say anything else, this thing's for you. The other thing you could do is VIP night at the bookstore. So you could go, there's going to be deals, 25% off an apparel item of your choice, and then other things like coffee, and some food there as well. So got a great time lined up for you on Friday.
Okay, it's Kate again. I'm back. So just to kind of walk you through what Saturday will look like, you'll start the morning in your orientation groups, and you will go through a couple rotations and have different sessions. So one of those will be Off the Hook, and that will give the students a chance to talk about sexual decision-making and healthy relationships. Another one is called Lehigh Life, and that's a presentation put on by the O team, and that will have the students start to think about college culture and how their actions and their behaviors can impact the Lehigh community. It's a really wonderful presentation. You should all be very excited. And then you'll also have some free time where you can go to the bookstore and buy some of your books. You can also relax in your room a little bit or set that up a little bit more. And then Friday evening, we have something called the First Year Student Alumni Rally, and it's a long-standing tradition here at Lehigh. I don't want to give too much away because I want it to be a surprise, but it's one of my favorite parts of the year. And as you can probably guess, there'll be tons of first years and some alumni that come back. But it's really great and something you should be excited for. And then Saturday evening, we have Lehigh After Dark Kickoff, which is at Arts Quest, and that's over near the Steel Stack, so it's only a couple blocks away, but it's really exciting. There's a lot of events you can go to, so there'll be a DJ, a live band, they have a midnight breakfast, a Think Fast trivia game where you can win some money, I believe. And then one of the coolest things ever is we have this awesome mentalist who comes and just blows everybody's mind, so you have got to be there. I've already seen it several times, and I'm still looking forward to it.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt Nadler. I'm a rising senior, and I'm also a member of the orientation team as an orientation coordinator, and I'm here to talk to you about your 4th and final day of orientation on Sunday. So starting off Sunday, there will be a session called Rights and Responsibilities. It's led by the LUPD and the Office of Conduct, and it's basically just to let you guys know the rules, how to stay out of trouble, and most importantly, how to keep you safe on campus. That will be followed by a little bit of downtime. You'll have some optional sessions to help prepare you for your first day of class. The bookstore will be open so that you can pick up any supplies that you may need. Also, Taylor Gym will have an open house, so that's just a few things that you can go to before you start classes, really just to get you more familiar with campus. That will be followed by your summer reading discussion. So if you haven't read your summer reading book, now would be a fantastic time to crack it open. But be sure to dress sharp for your summer reading discussion, because that will be followed by university convocation, where you will be officially inducted as the class of 2018 into Lehigh University. And then that will be followed by dinner, as well as meetings with your residence halls. And then be sure to get to bed early, because classes will begin on Monday.
Hi, it's me again. I just wanted to remind you that we will be doing a question and answer at the end of this session. So if you have any questions, please post them on the app or on the event page, and then we can answer them at the end.
Hello everyone again, it's Anna again, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about residence life in the halls right now. So as was mentioned earlier, Griffins are Lehigh's version of the residential assistant position. Each hall will have at least one Griffin, and the Griffins are responsible for ensuring the safety and well-being of students by performing nightly rounds of the residence halls. Griffins are also a great resource, so make sure you take full advantage of them. In addition to Griffins living in the building, assistant directors are professional staff members of the Office of Residence Life who live in apartments in the residence halls. You may see them walking around your hall, completing room inspections or hall checks, so make sure you say hi. Each Griffin staff will plan 3 community development experiences each semester. CDEs are an opportunity for all residents in an area to mingle and enjoy delicious food from local Southside businesses while learning about a topic presented by a faculty, staff, or community member. Through social and educational programming, advocacy, and leadership development, residence hall associations and residence hall councils greatly contribute to the residential environment. RHAs and RHCs are a great leadership opportunity and way to get involved. Application information will be posted in August, and make sure you check in with your Griffin for more info. Each semester, students will complete 2 Griffin chats, or G-chats for short. G-chats allow residents to get to know their Griffin and vice versa, and any hall concerns or questions can be discussed during this time. Each Griffin will take their hall to one campus event and plan 2 hall programs each semester. Hall programming allows the floor to bond and develop their own unique identity. And finally, for all of the large first-year lecture courses, upper-class students will come into the residence halls once a week to provide one-on-one and small group academic tutoring provided by the Center for Academic Success. Tutors are present during scheduled evenings and will answer questions and help guide learning as needed. All students have to do is walk down to their lounge to take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. If you'd like more information about the Office of Residence Life, the role of the Griffin, and the resources we offer, make sure you check out our social media outlets. Our website has a wealth of information, and our blog has a lot of student posts about living in each of the first-year residence halls. And there are also pictures of the room that you can expect to see on move-in day. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on our Facebook page or tweet at us.
All right, so now we're going to take the time to try to answer any questions people have posted throughout this broadcast. As we go through this, please be a little bit lenient with us as we're trying to just go ahead and look for questions and select the ones that we think are the best to answer. So starting off, we had somebody ask when they can change their class schedule. So to answer that, Hannah is going to go ahead and talk with you.
Hey there. So for class schedules, on Friday of orientation will be your first opportunity to be able to check out look at your schedule and see if there are any changes that you could make. Many students will be able to meet with their advisor that day and talk to them or other people within their college to see what their schedule is and if there would be an opportunity to adjust anything. All right, thank you.
All right, we had somebody ask about choir camp, which is Friday through Sunday. Just so everybody knows, this orientation is a mandatory event so that for all first-year students, just like any academic class would be, if you are going to miss any part of orientation for any reason, you will be responsible for making up the material. This will all happen following orientation, and it needs to occur within the first 2 weeks of classes. If you have any specific questions about that, try to check in with your orientation leader and let the staff know when you check in for orientation and move into your hall. Again, if you have specifics about specific parts of orientation, that's better to wait and address until you actually arrive, and then we can give you a more detailed answer for that.
There's a question. My name is Allison. I'm the director in the office. There is a question about if you're moving in early, will you receive your class schedule early or do you have to wait till the 21st? So fantastic question. Any student that's moving in early, whether it's a student athlete, one of our Prelusion participants, or international students that arrive early for international orientation, you're going to have a separate check-in that you'll get information about from residential services. So you'll check into your residence hall on the day you arrive, and then on Wednesday night, August 20th, you'll be able to check in for your orientation so that you don't have to go up to Mountaintop campus on Thursday. So you will get your materials about 7 hours before the rest of the class on Wednesday.
All right, well, that is all the questions that we have. Everybody that took the time to sit in and view the broadcast, thank you very much. For those of you who have taken the time out of your day to watch this at the later date, thank you also. We look forward to seeing all of you next week at orientation. We're really excited for you to become new members of the Lehigh community. If you have any further questions that we weren't able to answer tonight, please contact the Office of the First Year Experience or the Office of Residence Life, depending on what your concern is. Thank you again. Goodbye from all of us.
Bye.